All right, guys, we're going to frame out our windows. We didn't do it prior to because, one, we ran out of 2x4s. Two, it adds weight to everything. And I think it's just easier to do it this way since we're only doing a few windows. So this way we could do it while we're up, right, and looking at it and kind of figure it out. 54 inches. All right.
He's framing this window out too. It's going to be the same height as those windows. That way it looks nice and matchy and cohesive. You can do them whatever height you want, but since they're all the...
Yeah, if you do them too low, you can't put anything underneath
right.
them.
So it's, since all our windows are the same size, we're able to do them all the same size. But if you get different size windows or whatever, if you find great deals or whatever, just make sure you think about where you want to put them before you map it out. And if people ask or anything, we don't have blueprints or anything for this. We kind of just wing it. That's our whole thing on this channel. Some people like it, some people don't. It works well for us, and so we don't have blueprints.
It's 10 by 12, so you just kind of build 10-foot walls and 12-foot walls and slap them up.
But people asked us that too on our cabin build, and we don't plan really. We wing it.
It makes it so you just do it. Like, you can't overthink it. You don't want to underthink.
We
but
overthink it a lot.
We don't. I mean, you don't realize how ridiculous what we're doing is sometimes. Like,
we overthink it a lot sometimes.
But sometimes people overthink it to the point where they don't do anything. So that's what I was trying to get at. So we need 6 33-inch boards. Yeah. So one board does a window. So that's perfect. These will be our 33s. This is our 28 that's gonna go across. And then we need to put one on the top too. Alright guys, so here's a secret that I didn't inform you of or we didn't talk about yet. Jen and I did not make our walls 8 foot tall. We got 1.5 walls put together, and I realized that I didn't buy 2x4 studs. I bought 2x4x8. And typically your studs are what, like 92.5 inches tall, I think. So we put an 8-foot board plus the sill plus the double sill. So our walls are more like 101 inches tall. So we're happy to have the extra 5 inches of space in the, on the walls, but it does complicate the sheathing process. It's going to complicate, like, if you were to put sheetrock and other stuff inside. But on other buildings and other builds, we've watched quite a few channels that are doing similar stuff to us. I believe I saw this on Mapleberry Farms a long time ago. Instead of sheathing down to the bottom of our wall sill, they actually carry it down onto the rim joist 4 inches or so. And then what that does is tie the rim joist and the wall together really tight. So because we're going to have too much up there anyway, we might as well bring this down 4 or 5 inches and make it nice and tight. And I think what that'll do as well, not only tighten it up and make it a little bit stronger, but if water gets out of the outside wall behind the Tyvek or behind the siding, it'll actually go outside of our rim joist. It's not gonna like carry down into the flooring. So there's a lot of pros and cons, a lot of pros to it, I think. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I don't know why you wouldn't, but I've seen that done on a lot of builds. So we're gonna do that as well. We're gonna set this board up right here, level it out, put it down X amount of inches. Let me measure some stuff and see how many inches, and then we'll just set our sheathing on that. And then we don't have to free float hold it. Your way?
Yep. There we go.
Did I hit it?
Looks good.
If it reaches to this rim joist. Good stuff, guys. We got all the sheathing on except for the top 10 inches. So I'm gonna cut some strips and we're gonna get this finished and cut the windows out. We have a little piece here on the side of the door we gotta do up, but I was just waiting to do that with scraps so we don't waste full boards. We used a lot. So we used half of them, we used 10. I thought we were gonna use 12. So that's good. We use less material. I always get, we might use more for the roofing though than I expected, so we'll see.
But you still have to do that top part.
Yeah,
So you might.
that's true. So anyway, I'm gonna take a 5-minute breather here and then we'll get rolling. All right guys, I'm building the header for above the door. I'm not putting headers above the windows because the windows are only 28 inches wide. And this is on a non-supporting wall, so like a gable end wall. So there's not a ton of pressure on these walls compared to the supporting walls on the sides. So I'm building a header for above the door though because I don't want the door to be sticky. And I didn't do this right when I did the cabin. I just did two 2x material. I did 2x8 I think, but I didn't make sure it was 3.5 inches thick like the walls are, and I just had like a gap between the OSB and the front of the window, so that's not perfect. So what people do is take two 2x and then they sandwich a piece of OSB between it, so that makes it 3.5 inches thick. So I didn't really, I mean, I kind of, sometimes I just get lazy or cheap, so I didn't do this with the cabin. So we're gonna do it here though, so it fits nicely. So like I said, I got two 2x8s that I cut to the proper width, and then I got a piece of OSB sandwiched between it, 1/2 inch OSB. So this will fit. This will be the same width as a 2x4 wall.
Oh, you're making a sandwich with the wood. It's your favorite thing to do.
Make sandwiches?
Make sandwiches with the wood. You're like a professional at it.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever done it.
Made them before. You
No.
sandwiched the wood like that
No,
together. Yes,
well, maybe one time.
you did it.
Not with the main cabin, the first.
I don't know where you did it. You did it somewhere on the bedroom.
Probably the bedroom, which was not, was not the first time I built, so I figured it out. I just figured this is strong enough without it, but it's just not as wide as a wall, so. Well, you calling me a liar, or I'm making me out to be a liar.
He lied.
There we go, guys. 2 2x8s sandwiched with a piece of OSB in the middle. So let's go put this in.
For your first time ever?
I know I did it once, but I didn't do it for the whole cabin. Maybe I did it above the door, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I just know you did it.
Apparently I did, because you knew what I was doing. Enough to remember that I was doing something. Know that I was sandwiching it.
Looks good.
One right here. Alright.
Alright, guys.
We didn't get much done yesterday. We got 4 hours of meat.
Posts in the ground were difficult,
Yeah.
so it's alright. It's
Yeah.
no...
It's gonna happen to
Part of
you. It
building.
happens to us. Yeah, you have bad days. They don't all go well. Today made up for it, I think, right?
So, yep. Looking like something now, ain't it?
We got 2 windows that are gonna overlook back here. There you go, look at that.
Those nice windows, and look at that beautiful light it's gonna let in, guys.
Pretty nice. Looks huge from down here. It's like a house, not a little mini cabin. Looks big. But yeah, looks pretty good, eh?
Fancy, ain't it?
Show it to you from over here. No windows on this side.
Nope.
But this is a supporting wall, so we want, it's gonna hold a lot of weight.
It'll
So
give us more space to do stuff inside.
yep. So guys, do us a huge favor. We worked really hard today and got a lot done. So
Make
give
sure
us
you give us a thumbs up here.
yeah, and if you're new, subscribe because we have a lot of fun here. And we try to get a lot done most days.
And if you're new here, this is going to be part 4 of our mini cabin build series. So there will be a link at the end of this video to catch up on all of them. There's a playlist for it all.
Yep.
And you can watch parts 1, 2, and 3.
And we'd like to, and we don't forget you, but we forget to mention all the time, all of our members on Off Grid with Jay and Jen that support our channel. We appreciate you guys a ton as well. Everybody keeps us going. All your motivation, kind words, and awesome woot woots.
We appreciate everybody being here, everybody leaving comments and likes and sharing and subscribing. It all helps support our channel so much, and we wouldn't be able to do any of this without all of you.
Best wishes, guys. See you in the next video.